Sundarkandha, Chapter 1, remaining part Shlokas 81 to 130. पाण्डुरारुणवर्णानि नीलमाञ्जिष्ठकानि च कपिनाकृष्यमाणानि महाभ्राणि चकाशिरे. While Hanuman was drawing big clouds which were either white or red or blue or yellow, he looked charming. प्रवेशनभ्रजालानि निष्पन्तश्च पुनः पुनः प्रच्छन्नश्च प्रकाशश्च चन्द्रमा इव लक्ष्यते. Entering into and emerging from the clouds, he looked like the moon that appears and disappears behind a bank of clouds. Plavamanam tu tam drashtva plavagam tvaritam tada vavarshuha pushpavarshani dev gandharva danavaha. The Dev Gandharvas and Danavas residing in Swargaloka, observing Hanuman crossing the ocean, rained flowers over his head, rejoicing the impending destruction of Ravana. Tatapnahi tam suryah plavantam vanrotam mama sishave cha tadhavayu ram karyartha siddhiye. The sun spared Hanuman from the heat, and even the wind god served him, blowing cool while he was taking leaves in order to fulfill Rama's mission. Rishyastushtu vushchenam plavamanam vihayasa jagastu deva gandharvaha prashansanto mahojasam. The sages praised him while he was coursing through the sky. The gods and Gandharvas sage in praise of him, extolling the majesty and vigor. Naghashchutushtu uryasha rakshansi vibhudah kagaha preshya sarve kabivaram sahasa vigatglamam. Observing the unweird, the Nagas, Yakshas and demons, the learned sages and birds praised him. Tasmin palvak shardhule plavamane hanumati ikshvakukula manarthi chintayamasa sagara. The ocean was dug by the sons of Sagara Maharaja, the celebrated king of Ikshvaku lineage. Samudraja, the chief of the ocean, in grateful recompense to the status conferred on him by the members of the Ikshvaku lineage, cogitated on the manner in which he may honor and respect Hanuman proceeding on account of fulfilling the mission entrusted to him by Sri Rama. Sahayayam vanarendrasya yadinaham hanumatah karishyami bhavishyami sarvo vachyo vivakshatam. If I do not extend any assistance to this chieftain among monkeys going in search of Sita Devi, the world will condemn me as ungrateful. Aham ikshvaku nathin sagaren vivarditah ikshvaku sachiv shachaya navsiditu maharti. I expended on account of Sakyan of Ikshvaku race, and I should not do anything to make him suffer, since he is the minister helping the Ikshvaku race. Tata maya vidhatvayam vishramet yata kapiha shesham cha mai vishrantah sukhe nati padishayati. To relieve the tiresomeness of Hanuman, let me make the necessary arrangements right now. After he has taken some rest, later he can cross the remainder of the sea without much difficulty and very quickly. Iti kratva matim sadvim samudra shachat mampasi hiranyanabham menak muvaj kirisatmam. With the very commendable intention of something must be done to rest and mitigate the fatigue of Hanuman, who with very great capacity is crossing the ocean in search of Sita. The Samudra Raja addressed the golden peaked Mainaka Parvata, which was in hiding inside the ocean, fearing Indra since very long, as follows. त्वमिहासुर समगानां पाताल तल वासिनां देवराज्ञा गिरिश्रेष्ठ परिगः सन्निवेशितः. O foremost mountain, you are kept here by Indra, lord of the gods, as a barrier against the intrusion of demons residing in the netherworld. त्वमेषां जातवीर्याणां पुनरेवोत्पतिष्यतां पातालस्या प्रमेयस्य द्वारमावृत्य तिष्ठसि. You are staying at the entrance, preventing the violent demons of the immeasurable nether world from jumping onto the surface. तीरे गुधर्व मधश्चैव शक्तिस्ते शैलवर्धितुं तस्मात् समचोदयामि त्वामुधिष्ठगिरिसतम्. O noble mountain, you have the capacity to grow across upward and downward by your free will. I therefore prompt you to grow. स एष कपिशार्दूलस्त्वामुपर्येति वीर्यवान् हनुमान् राम कार्यार्थं भीमकर्माखमाप्लुतः. The great, intrepid, valiant and most accomplished among the monkeys, Hanuman, with the prime concern of executing Sri Rama's assignment, is heading towards Lanka, crossing this ocean by air. Look, he is just passing above you. Asya sayam maya कार्यमिक्ष्वाकुकुलवर्तिनः मम इक्ष्वाकवः पूज्याः परम पूज्यतमास्त. I am bound by duty to render assistance to the heir whom Hanuman, proceeding to accomplish the mission of Sri Raghava, the jewel among the Ikshvaku tribe. All the kings deserve to be worshipped by me. Are you not committed more than me to worship the kings of the Ikshvaku lineage? कुरु साचिव्यमस्माकं नः कार्यमतिक्रमेत कर्तव्यमकृतं कार्यसतां मन्युमुदीरयेत्. You should do without fail what I have now contemplated. If you do not fulfill that will interest the sentiments of elders and do us great harm. सलिला दुधर्वमुत्थिष्ठ तिष्ठत्वेष कपिस्त्वयै अस्माकमतिथिश्चैव पूज्यश्च पल्वतां वरः. Hanuman, who is crossing this ocean with such dexterity and skill, and one who is powerful and deserving of our worship, is coming so near to us as a guest. You rise up from the water into the air. Let him stay over you, then we will respect and honor him with necessary comforts. जामी कर महानाभ देव गंधर्व सेविता हनुमानस्तवै विश्रांतस्ततः शेषम गमिष्यति. Hey, the greatest among the mountain Menaka, your peak is golden and also excels in the sky. Besides being very expensive, it is rightly fitting place for worship by the Deva Gandharvas. That is also the most appropriate home for the Hanuman, one deserving of our worship and befitting his honor and preeminence. Therefore, let him stay over your peak, and after relieving himself of the fatigue, proceed towards Lanka. काकुत्स्थस्यान्नशम्यस्य च मैथिल्याश्च विवासनं श्रमं च पल्वगेन्द्रस्य समीक्ष्योत्थातु महर्षि. Fully realizing Sri Raghava's benevolent nature, the exile of Sita Devi, the daughter of the king of Mithila, and Hanuman's suffering, you instantly rise up to sweet his respite on his back. हिरण्यनाभो मेनाको निशभ्य लवणामभसः उत्पपात जलार्तु न महाद्रुमलतायुतः. Hearing which planets of assistance dictated to dominate words from Samudra Raja, and having in its possession Lata groves and golden peaks that offer cool and wonderful retreats to a warrior like Hanuman, the Menaka mountain with great anxiety rose up from the waters to hold the sweetly moving Hanuman without fail. Sagar jalam vitva bhabhuvavyutitastadha yatha jaladharam vitva deepta rashmir dirvakara. The Menaka which burst out of the ocean water to rise up just then appeared like the sun bursting out of the thick clouds to plunge the whole world in dazzling brilliance. Sa Mahatma Muhurten Sarvata Salilavratah Darshama Shrangani Sagare Niniyojitah Shat Kumbhamayeha Shrangeha Sakinar Mahoregah Adityodaya Sankashe Rali Kadbirivambaram. To respond to the commands of Samudra Raja to pay respects to Hanuman, within seconds the Menaka Parvata brought out the peaks which were submerged in the ocean, fully recovered by gold, suited as dwelling place for Kinnara and Nagadevas, and exhibiting the effulgence of the early morning sun and possessing a gigantic sized body embracing the skies. Tapta Jambunadeha Shangeha Parvatasya Samutteteha Akasham Shastra Samkasham Bhavat Kanchan Prabham. Resembling pristine molten gold, the bright peaks of Menaka Parvata, which started out with resplendent radiance, made the blue color of the sky take on the shine of gold. Jatrupmayeha Shange Bharjamaneha Swayam Prabhaya Aditya Shat Samkashaha Sobha Vadgiri Satamaha. Even by very nature possessing lustrous brilliance of golden peaks, the emerging Menaka Parvata with its splendid uniqueness of peaks and pinnacles gleamed like many suns, teasing all at once with dazzling lustre. Tamuttatmit Sangena Hanuman Gratah Stitam Madhye Lavnat Toyasya Vigno Yamiti Nishchitah. Hanuman, all along crossing with no hindrance whatsoever, saw the outstretching mountain spreading across the ocean, reaching the heights of the sky, and concluded this certainly is an obstruction to Rama's mission. Sa tamuchra matyartha mahavego mahakapiha Purisa patyamas jigmutamiva marutaha. On seeing this interruption, the all-powerful Hanuman got terribly enraged and like a thunderstorm would disperse the clouds, forcibly pushed the Menaka Giri with his chest. Sa tata patit sten kapina parvo tatamaha Buddhatva tasya kabir vegah jaharsha jananadacha. What extraordinary strength lustriously wondered the joint and famed mountain Menaka Parvata, hit by the force of the mighty Hanuman's chest. Tamakash gatam virmakashe samupstitah Pritorishtamana Vakyamapriyavit Parvatah Kapim Manusham Dharyan Rupamatmanaha Shikhare Stitaha. The greatly pleased Menaka, as the distinctive strength of Hanuman with great affection towards him too, on a human form, and standing on one of its peaks, addressed the son of Vayu, hovering in the sky, as follows. Dushkaram kritvan karma tvamidam vanarotam nipatyamam shangageshu vishramasya yatha sukham. Oh, the distinguished among Vanara except you, can anyone else jump over this ocean? Live comfortably over my peaks for some time, and after taking rest, cross the remainder of your course. राघवस्य कुले जाते रुद्धति परिवर्ततिः स त्वां रामहिते युक्तं प्रत्यर्चयति सागरः. Was not this ocean dug by the sons of Sinkara Maharaja, one of the descendants of a Rama lineage? Their beneficiary Samudra Raja, with a view to be of assistance and out of gratitude to Sri Rama, born of that great lineage on whose behalf and welfare you are crossing this ocean, desire to worship you. कृते च प्रतिकर्तव्यमेष धर्मः सनातनः सोऽयं त्वत्व प्रतिकारार्थी त्वतः सम्मानमहर्ति. In this world, when someone extends a help, it is important to reciprocate. Likewise, this is considered an outranking of all dharmic laws. In accordance with this, having received help of the past from Sagara Maharaja, the ocean king Samudra Raja, desirous of helping in turn, wants to extend hospitality to you when you are in a mission of Sri Rama, a descendant of that race. Therefore, kindly honor Samudra Raja by graciously accepting this hospitality. त्वन्निमित्तमनेनाहं बहुमानात् प्रचोदितः तिष्ठ त्वं कपिशार्दूल मयि विश्रम्य गम्यताम् तव सानुषु विश्रान्तः शेषं प्रक्रमतामिति योजनानां शतचापि कपिरेश समाप्लुतः. Oh, the celebrated among the monkeys with the noble intention of serving you, on account of the great fatigue that might have been caused to you crossing that, I facilitate your resting on my terraces and extend to all hospitality to relieve you of your stress and obtain your blessings. I have therefore risen out of the waters in order to collect and retrieve you. You should oblige by ascending to remain, and after refreshing yourself, proceed on the remainder of your course. तदिदं गन्धवत् स्वादु कन्दमूल फलं बहु तदा स्वाध्य हरिश्रेष्ठ विश्रांतो अनुगमिष्यसि. Oh, the renowned among the monkeys, plead you accept to stay on these mountains for some time. Eat to your satisfaction the fragrant and viscous and nectarous fruits and tubers, and after recovering from the fatigue, later proceed on your course to Lanka. अस्माकमपि सम्बन्धः कपिमुख्यत्वयास्ति वे प्रख्यास्त्रेषु लोकेषु महागुणपरिग्रहः. O chief of the Vanaras, is not the deed of offering worship to saints in the world popular in all the three worlds? Besides, between you and us, there is a world acknowledged relationship. वेगवन्तः प्लवन्तो ये प्लवका मारुतात्मज तेषां मुख्यतमं मन्ये त्वामं कपिकुञ्जरः अतिथिः किल पूजारः प्राकृतो अपि विजानता धर्मं जिज्ञासमानेन किं पुंसा भाद्रशो महान्. O son of Vayu, one with magnificent statue if a majestic elephant. In the world when even an unimportant guest turns up, everyone must show reverence. Say the scriptures. You are noted for sweetness with great capacity to jump over mountains and seas, and cleverest among the ablest of monkeys, with attributes of such greatness and worldly superiority in you. As my guest, should I be directed to receive you with reverence? त्वं हि देव वरिष्ठस्य मारुतस्य महात्मनः पुत्रस्तस्यैव वेगेन सदृश्य कपिकुञ्जरः पूजिते त्वयि धर्मज्ञ पूजां प्राप्नोति मारुतः तस्मात् तत्त्वं पूजनीयो मे शृणु चाप्यत्र कारणम्. For the illustrations among the monkeys, you are the son of Vayu, the most worthy of worship among the Devas. In sweetness, you are equal to Vayu himself. When I worship you, since your father Vayu also is being pleased, you are more worthy of my adoration. For the repository of all dharmic laws, Sri Hanuman, I will tell you the reason for this. Please listen. पूर्वकृतयुगे तात पर्वताः पक्षिणो अभवन् तेहि जगमुदिशः सर्वा गरुडा नीलवेगिनः ततस्तेषु प्रयातेषु देवसङ्गाः महर्षिभिः भूतानि च भयं जग्मुस्तेषां पतनशङ्क्याः ततः क्रुदत सहस्राशः पर्वतानां शतक्रतुः पक्षान् चिचेद वज्रेण तत्र तत्र सहस्रशः. Oh, the honored among the monkeys, since you are a child born only a little time ago, you do not know the matter which I shall recount. During the period of Krita Yoga, all mountains possessed wings and flew like birds, as would the Garuda, and intensely all over as they wished. As they took flight in the skies, likewise the Devas, Rishis, and other celestial beings were trembling in fear, if the mountains would fall on their heads. Learning this, Indra, possessor of 1,000 eyes and one who had performed 100 yagnas, got terribly enraged and with his thunderbolt severed the mountains' wings, cutting them into small pieces and threw them. स मामुपागतः क्रुद्धो वज्रमुद्यम्य देवराट् ततो अहं सहसा क्षिप्तः स्वर्ष्णेन महात्मना अस्मिन् लवण्यतोये च प्रक्षिपितः प्लवगौतम गुप्तपक्षसमग्रश्च तव पित्राभिरक्षितः ततो अहं मानयामि त्वां मान्यो हि मम मारुतः त्वया मे रियसम्बन्धः कपिमुख्य महागुणः. Later that Indra, flaring with breath with his thunderbolt, approached near me to cut off my wings. At that time your father Vayu took compassion on me and with his sweetness in a moment dumped me into this salty ocean. Only on account of his timely help I escaped from Indra's ire and still surviving. O son of Vayu, that great soul who protected my honor, which is more cardinal than life, is he not one deserving to be worshipped by me? Since you are his affectionate son, if I pay homage to you, will it not please him? Are you able to see the character of the relationship between you and me? So said the Menaka. अस्मिन्नेव वङ्गते कार्ये सागरस्य ममेव च प्रीतिं प्रीतमनाः कर्तुं त्वमहर्षि महाकपे. Oh, the matchless among the Vanaras are thus motivated by the purpose of reciprocity, the revenge towards Sri Raghava, and the spiritual law of worshipping against Samudra Raja. And I offer you hospitality, which please accept the sincere affection and delight both of us, and later you may proceed towards Lanka. श्रमं मोक्षे पूजां च ग्रहान् कपि सतं प्रीतिं च बहुमन्यस्व प्रीतो अस्मि तव दर्शनात्. Oh, the peerless among the monkeys, I am blessed by the very sight of you. As prayed by me, you should contest to my worship, relieve yourself of stress, and rewarding me with your benediction, make me obliged to you. So pleaded the Menaka of Hanuman.